Hello and welcome once again to my YouTube channel. I'm VR Stuntman and this is the Nismo Masters League at vrroom.org. Round 12 of 12, last round in the July championship. And on this race we've got Scalebreaker once again on pole. Jordan joining him on the front row for the umpteenth time. Slash has qualified third. Smoke has popped in for this race and qualified an excellent fourth. Also Genobi fifth, another very good qualifying by Genobi. Mr. Green is sixth, that's his car, this white one. Don't know why he's got a white car and not a green one. Seventh is Stuntman, eighth is Mustard, ninth is Setwave. Poor qualifying there by Mustard and Setwave, very surprising they're that far down. Loki has qualified 10th, BK 11th, Rick 12th and Scouser 13th. Okay, so let's get on with the action. This is Mr. Green and we're going to ride on board with him down to the first corner. Passing Genobi, who's once again made a pretty average start, and coming down to the first corner and throwing it around the outside. Oh, a bit of a slide there and contact and damage. That's Smoke and Mr. Green both damaged. Oh, and there's more collisions for Smoke. Let's go back and have another look. Gonna go on board Scale, race leader, whole man. I do love these rear-facing shots. They look very good. Now this first corner is a very tricky corner to get through. It's such a fast entry and so tight. And look at that down the outside. Slash going absolutely for it, and Slash moves up to second. Gonna go on board Stuntman here, and this is Smoke just tapping him. Stuntman getting sideways, and then getting hit by Mustard. So rather unlucky for Stuntman. He did leave Smoke room and drops all the way down. Anyway, we're going to go on board, go back to the front view of Stuntman. He's gone from 4th to 8th in that. As we run down to the hairpin, and that Setwave throwing one up the inside of Mustard, and a big collision, and Mustard loses control and runs Stuntman off the track. So very bad opening lap for Stuntman. And we've got Mr. Green battling it out ahead of us with Setwave, and Setwave has had a really good run through there actually. It's gone from 7th to 4th. Oh, and in the gravel slightly, that's Smoke. So he's had a very bad lap. He qualified 4th, but he's now dropped down to 9th. This is Jordan getting it wrong at the chicane and rearranging the furniture and short-cutting it. He backs off a little bit there to make sure he didn't gain anything. So yeah, hopefully everyone will miss those blocks. So let's have another look with Mustard. Now Mustard is riding behind Mr. Green. He's up to 6th as they come down to the first corner. And a lock up from Mr. Green, and he runs a bit wide, and Mustard through. This is Rick spinning out. I'll tell you what happened there was Rick got two wheels on the curb or maybe even on the grass as he braked, and he spun out. So unlucky for Rick there. Go back on board with Mustard. He's chasing down Setwave, and the first three are a long way clear. Scalebreaker is actually just easing away from Slash and Jordan. So this is you. Oh, and a huge moment just on the grass, and just Mr. Green going for it.
Trying to take advantage. Bit of contact there. No damage done. This is Stuntman's view, and now we're running down to Vidal chicane. I'm going to quickly look at Jordan as he makes a move on Slash and brakes too late, and oh dear, that's the second time running he's gone straight on or made a mistake at the
at the chicane there, and that's Set Wave going past, and Mustard too. He had to turn so tight there to make sure he didn't run anyone off the track, and scrubbing all the dirt off his tyres there with that huge sideways moment. We've got Mr. Green behind us, and then Stuntman. Let's go on board with Mr. Green. So Jordan down to 5th. Oh, and Mr. Green 2 wheels up on the curb, and he makes another mistake at turn 1, and this time Stuntman goes through. Right, going to go back a little bit, right on board with Genobi. Genobi's side by side here with BK. They're running 8th BK, 9th Genobi. And BK very sideways. Genobi looking for a way past, but Genobi won't pass unless it's clean. He did qualify 5th, did Genobi, so he's had a bad couple of laps. Oh, and BK very sideways there. Very sideways. Genobi's got a bit of a run, but no way through here. Oh, and wide there for BK, so surely Genobi's through this time. Yep, turns in, leaves a little room on the apex, and Mr. Green ahead of us, just touching the gravel, coming out of the Schumacher S, and you lose so much time when you do that. Go on board here with Mustard, with Setway behind us, and sorry, Setway ahead of us, and Jordan behind. And a big shout out to Jordan there. He managed to get through the chicane without going off for once. Right, so 3 laps down. This is Mr. Green in the pits, and he picked up damage on lap 1, and he's been fighting it ever since, and has decided to come in. Now that's going to put him completely out of contention. He needs a yellow flag, I think, if he's going to get back into this. Let's go on board with Jordan, and we're going to look. Whoops, I'm past it. Look back at Stuntman. Okay, let's go on board with Mustard. Oh, look at that sideways. Mustard was sideways, Jordan was sideways. Bit of contact, no damage done. As they run down to the hairpin, and Mustard defending very, very hard. I'm not quite sure he needed to defend that. Oh, and contact. Contact with Setwave, and more contact. And they've got damage. Oh, come on, boys. We're getting a bit heated here. Anyway, I'm going to swap view. And we're going to go on board with Setwave. And Jordan getting sideways. And he hasn't made it as far as the chicane this time before going off. Oh, he just got a couple of wheels on the grass. It shook the back of the car loose, and then he lost speed and got tapped by Setwave, and that fired him off. So Jordan has pulled off. All Setwave again touching Mustard, but very, very light contact that time. Going to go on board with Loki as we start lap 5. So your running order is Scalebreaker, and Scalebreaker is now free of Slash. Oh, and ahead of us, someone off. That's a Setwave off. He's dropped back from Stuntman and Mustard. Now, he might just be close enough to pick up slipstreams if he gets a good run. Anyway, back on board with Loki. We're running 7th. We've got Genobi ahead of us, and BK behind us. We've got Scouser running 9th, Rick is 10th, and Mr. Green 11th after his pit stop. Jordan has abandoned the race, and
Genobi and Loki. So battling on board with Stuntman here, because he's quite close to Mustard as they come up to the Vidal chicane. Nicely through there, missing all the barriers that Jordan has left littering the track.
So coming across to start lap 6, and this is Set Wave's view. He's still in contact with Mustard and Stuntman, and oh, huge sideways moment for Stuntman. He'll have lost, well, he didn't lose much time there actually, threw plenty of smoke into the air, but Set Wave got a great run through turn 1, and he's now definitely onto the back of this queue. Oh, and we've had a pass. Loki has gone past Genobi. I missed that. Let's just rewind that. This is Genobi, and Loki. Oh, he missed a gear. He missed a gear. Did you hear that? He just you heard it bounce off the rev limiter, and Loki goes up a place. So unlucky there for Genobi. It's easily done, and the penalty if you've got a car right behind you is pretty big for making a small mistake like that. Gonna ride on board BK, give him a bit of airtime. Let's go outside. So BK is new to this championship. He's been involved in a few incidents, but he's kept his nose clean in this one. And oh, I say that. Oh, that's lag. That is. So BK lagging, and he might do well to pull off if he'd do well to pull off the track before he takes someone out. Okay, let's have a look at the Mustard Stuntman Set Wave group down to the chicane again. These guys have cooled down a little bit, and they're managing to lap nicely without colliding with each other. We go on board now with Rick GT5. He's caught Scouser with the green car, Rick with the blue one. Unusual shade of blue that. It's a sort of turquoisey blue. Oh, and that's BK lagging, and Rick is nicely placed. We go on board with Rick. Rick electing not to use the slipstream there. That's a bit of a surprise. Maybe if he used the slipstream, he'd have managed to get alongside. Oh, but Scouser wide. Rick doesn't use much of the track, so he's a little slow and through there, and Scouser remains ahead. So Rick, ever the gentleman, giving lots and lots of room to the other car. Scouser defending into this one. He's got a slow run through, and Rick has got the run, and Rick is going to pull alongside. He'll be on the inside for the hairpin. Scouser on the outside, but Rick has gained the place. Yep, this is Scouser's view. And Rick is through, so that's Rick up to 8th, Scouser down to 9th. Nice driving, lads. Let's go on board. Let's have a look at Scale Breaker. There he goes. He's well clear now of Slash. Slash has been gradually dropped, so once again Scale Breaker looks like he's set to take a win. The robot, they call him, because he doesn't make mistakes, and he's certainly got the algorithm for this track programmed into his EPU. Right, this is Slash, blue car with the yellow wheels. There's action from him.
Stuntman not quite close enough to make a move into the hairpin here. Oops, bit of a hit. Sorry there, Mustard. Do apologise. Trying to get a good run on you through there. So pretty close between Mustard and Stuntman in the championship. So quite important to these guys to finish ahead of each other.
So Mustard, good run through the Schumacher S. Oh, and this is Slash into the wall at the Vidal chicane, and he's picked up damage, and rather embarrassing that, and he's now not so far ahead of Mustard, and he needs to get the hang of the car again with its damage, because he loses much time. He'll drop into that group, Mustard, Stuntman, Setwave, and he'll suddenly, instead of being in a comfortable second, he'll be fighting hard for third, fourth, and fifth. Right. I'm gonna just skip a lap now. Whoa! That's BK's abandoned car. Right on board with Setwave, and this is lap 10. We've got 2 to go, and into the first corner. Mustard defending from Stuntman. Stuntman trying to go around the outside. Stuntman running a little wide. He did actually put 4 wheels off the white line there, so probably shouldn't take advantage, but he has. So a little naughty from Stuntman. We've still got Scalebreaker leading this from Slash. Oof. Mustard's sideways, has to come off the throttle to avoid tapping Stuntman, and pays the price, and Setwave goes through. This is the view from Mustard. So lots of sideways action ahead. Slash is easing away from this little group, so it looks like he's, as long as he can keep his concentration up, looks like he'll come second. This is still the big battle. Shinobi is 6th, he's easing away slightly from Loki. Oh, good run from Mustard here. He's got the slipstream, he's got the overspeed, and he wasn't sure which side to go. He's going around the outside. Let's go from Setwave's point of view. Great move by Mustard, and oh, poor Setwave has no option but to run into that discarded barrier, but fortunately it didn't slow his car or damage it more. So another little tap between that's off. That's Stuntman in the gravel. He, with 1 lap to go, he's just tossed 3rd place away. So he'll be furious with himself for that. Small lapse in concentration. He's probably too busy looking in his mirrors. So more contact between Setwave and Mustard, but Mustard holding on to 3rd place there. Go to go to the outside shots again, and this is Scalebreaker, and his lead is enormous. So just less than half a lap to go for him, and it's going to be a comfortable win. This is Slash with lots and lots of understeer through the hairpin. Mustard still just hanging on to 3rd ahead of Setwave. Stuntman not too far behind them, so if they make a mistake, Stuntman might be through. In fact, Stuntman, good run through the Schumacher S there. He's well placed in the draft, so we'll go on board with this. It's the only close battle at the moment, and Stuntman didn't manage to get advantage with the slipstream, because Setwave had a good slipstream. Look at Setwave through the chicane for the last time. He absolutely nailed that. Can he nail the last corner? Let's go on board. No, he's run too wide in the last corner, and loses any chance to grab 3rd place. So that's the end of the race. Scalebreaker finished a long time ago. Slash 2nd. Mustard 3rd. Setwave 4th. Stuntman 5th. Shinobi
for those races. Thanks once again for tuning in. I've been VR Stuntman. Come and check out all this action at vrroom.org if you fancy this kind of racing.